Good evening. Fred, you're first in here. You the man. What's up, the outlaw? Dead Weiler, Jeff. I'm going to try to hold it down with Nick. Nick had the wig today, so I stayed around St. Louis. Going to try to hold it down. What's up, Caroli? Mr. Lodak? Guess we should have been live like 6 minutes ago while we was at 8,300. What's up, Miguel? So, not much more to really go over. I went live this morning because I'd mentioned on last night's live with Nick that 8,100 could see a pullback to there. Down that 80-50 level or so was okay. Yeah, anxious for Nick and I are going to maybe try to work this week, and we might even go live this weekend. Things are going much better. We got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm kind of staying with it. What's up, Taj? Dennis? NC? So, we're pretty excited about moving forward here. So we're working on the intro to cryptocurrencies too, a little cheap course we're going to offer to new people. Hey, Alex, just to try to get new people on board here and make it easy for them. So Bitcoin in front of us, 5 minute. XLM, cool. Yeah, the 8,100 was a good buy, especially 12 minutes ago. I still think we're doing some type of fourth wave here, or headed up to 87, 8,800 would be my guess. Some of these other coins have tried to dig in here, so I think things are still okay. What's up, Elizabeth? ICER best. Like I said, just wanted to hold it down a little bit here with Nick gone. I've labeled this here. Let's back out a little bit. And then let me for Elliott Wave, I think from the major low, this was a big 4 down here, which means we're headed to new highs if this is correct. We can do a lot of different ways to get there. But I think we've done a 1-2 in the pink. We're still working on a 3 up, which needs this orange 5 up, which would also complete 5 wide up. Now some of the stuff can change. I keep saying I think you want to try to stay long, so I'm not going to get caught up in Elliott Wave because obviously I do Wyckoff. You're welcome, damn it. But I've also used Elliott Wave more to confirm Wyckoff movements and maybe the extent of rallies, whether it's 0.618 on corrections or 1.618 on rallies, etc. So I've used it just to help me, is all I'm doing. So, but in that case, things are still doing well. We're still, if you bring in the software here, you can see on volume, this is consolidated volume, 89 exchanges. So you can see, even when we start off, I was saying the volume was low, but still not having any issues. We had no selling here to test the lows. Good volume coming into the upside. Volume slow on the pullbacks, and then volume came in again. And then today is not a problem with the sell-off. So we got the OP still acting well. Force is acting well. Technometer was overbought and coming off. So with the Wyckoff proprietary indicators, things still look good. And, to go back, the only issue we're really having, the 5 minute, I use to call turns, etc. Price is current. Volume is still in the mornings for some reason, like 9 o'clock our time, it goes flatline. But in tomorrow it will be fine. So just trying to get those few things fixed. And going back to Elliott Wave, then I mean, it just looks like we have impulse on good volume, and we have nice minor corrections. So you got to be pretty excited about that. So what's up, Johnny Cool? So if we can go any other coins if you want to. Otherwise, I mean, Bitcoin Cash stopped at 875 again, but still holding here pretty well. Ethereum definitely not acting as well. I think you probably got to give these some room. Litecoin, I mentioned last night when we got above 90. I think easy to count that as a 1 up, and today's sell-off was a 2. So this count 1 2 1 2 1 2 would say we're igniting to the upside. So I don't know if that's the case here, but let's give it some room and see what it can do. Showed Vertcoin earlier. That was a double overnight from $1.10 to 220. It has backed up a little bit. Ripple, 46 cents, not doing much. Really, there's not much else here. ADA really hasn't moved. What's up, Philip? Let's go down to XMR. 141. I mean, that one could get exciting back above 150. No doubt. XLM USD, who's your daddy on that one? We called that a pork blaster. That one has worked. I've said to not be selling things, which for stuff like this obviously helps. I mean, as you know, some of these coins have pulled back. You could have traded them a little bit. Yeah, Nick mentioned that, I know, last night, so that was a good one. And XLM, as you know, this is a pretty big downtrend line that now it's totally left behind. So you got to like XLM here. While we're down here, let's throw up XVG. Not much there. ZEC, 230 print would ignite that one, I think. Zen at 29.83 still looks great. That looks like it's ready to keep working higher. ZRX, all of a sudden $1.19. I don't think it'll take much to get that one rolling again. So few usual. Stratus up 8%, so that one all of a sudden acting better. Some of these are, quietly acting a little bit better. So Quantum, I know we got a few people watching that one, but that one's still really slow. Made, I've mentioned a few times, 48 cents, still looking up here at resistance. Wouldn't take much to get that one going. EOS 861 needs what, like a 940. But that one looks a little better here short term. So Dash down 1.5%. I think a 261 would get that thing acting a little bit better. I wish I could show you. Let me check on the software if I can get anything. See if I got something on Dash. I'm going to check a few of these on the side here. Let me reload everything real quick. Yeah, ZRX didn't give you much of a chance there. Been a little bit weak, but I think that one might decide to play some catch up here. If Bitcoin's going to 87, 8,800, then they're definitely going to, some of these are going to catch up. Here's Dash on the software. I mean, the LP came down and hit new lows almost, so there is selling in there. I think some of those will dig in. So especially like I say, if Bitcoin follows what's happening here, then the 87 to 8800, once we can call a high somewhere up there, then you still would be looking for some type of sideways and then still higher again. So especially if the lows are in, it's just going to keep subdividing higher. DigiByte, DGB USD down 2.5%. That's the 1 hour, but shoot, you gotta like that one holding up here. Again, anything above 0.05 would probably get that one going. I don't know if Vertcoin had any news. I never did look into that. I don't have a little Vertcoin laying around from some PCG clients, basically, because a lot of these coins like a DigiByte get above 0.05. Who knows? I mean, it could probably tack on 50% pretty quick. ETC 1666. I mean, anything above 1688 would help. I mean, Bitcoin, I'm impressed with the 8100 holding like we wanted. And then, you just had we just had almost 200 real quick down. So far looking like maybe that was a spike low. So yeah, I knew Outlaw, he did say that you had 30 laying around what to do with it. Vertcoin, and you mentioned Vertcoin and something else. Don't let him get too cocky. EOS, inverse head and shoulders. I think we mentioned that last night or showed that. I mean, not sure what time frame you're on. Let's go back. I mean, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So you're going to put your neckline. I don't trade really head and shoulder patterns. Pretty simple to do it though. You might want to drag it clear down to here. So anything 915 would probably get that thing moving to 9. Then get above the 945 or so. So again, I think EOS is one maybe. I still don't own hardly any positions. That one's controversial, but I think with the money and the backing they got, I've got a feeling they might figure something out. So might want to be on that. Right, you don't want to, if Nick was here, we wouldn't give him any shout outs. So real quick, so some of my stock people don't give me too much grief. We've got Wyckoff wave in front of us. I kept saying we're down here, technometers on the low end. You can see though the OP almost closed at a new low for the move, getting clear back here. So it's showing some volume. It's trying to knock it down, but it's not. And then now all of a sudden we're back here closing at highs of the last 6-7 weeks or so. So it looks like we could go. You still got to be open to some more upside U.S. stocks. Then I know we had, I mentioned Bank of America. It got a little more strength today. So that one's still okay. Now we've had some volatility in Union Pacific. That one was down strong yesterday, back up strong today. Closer to overbought. So that's all I'm going to show on stocks at the moment. What's up, K9? So shoot, I don't know what else we got to look at here. KMD up 6.7%. Trying to work above the highs. See if we got any other big movers. XLM's the good one right here at the moment. Mana up 9%. SQ and AMD. Hold on, I might be able to do that. Since those are related to cryptos, maybe everyone will be okay with that. Coin market cap for gainers, where we got names we're really watching: Vertcoin, IOST, Link, QKC, XLM, fair game up 11. So, all right, Square's been just a hog here. So, you know what? I'm not sure why it's doing that, guys. I got Square on my other computer, and it's not coming up here. I wonder why that is. I got to think about that one. I had it last night. So, here's AMD. I can't do Square, I guess, Todd. I'm going to double check something here, but here's AMD. Some of these stocks like this have had the OP not doing well with the volume. So same thing here. It's not done much here. AMD's kind of tested the highs. Let's go out to 1 year. I guess I would almost think the way it's acted here the last 3 or 4 days that maybe we pull back and spring this 1450 level. Would be my thoughts, 1433. So maybe come down and do a 14 print and maybe use that. Was it good earnings after hours? But they're trading at 100 PE, I think. So, you know, that's a tough one here. Square to me looks like that it's a, I don't know, like someone wants to own the company on a buyout. So I'll have to double check. I don't know why Square is not coming up here. That's weird. That's all I can do. I don't have a semiconductor group. I probably should build that. Because there's a Wyckoff wave growth, basically a NASDAQ. So that's all I can do for you tonight. Silver, gold, I mean, let's go back to, usually if I'm doing silver or gold, I'm using the GDX and the GDXJ. I've been long a little bit of GDX with small losses. Down in this level, I took a few positions, so I've got small losses. That's GDX. This is GDXJ. Same type of chart. It is overbought down here, so I think for right now I'd be long short term with stops at the lows. If they take out these lows, I think I'd be bothered a little bit. Yeah, I don't think metals longer term is that exciting. So I still think cryptos is where it's going to be. There's Bitcoin 81.75. That's the 3 minute. Came back and checked the low. And Facebook, technically the chart looks okay. Big volume today on Facebook. I think the NASDAQ could get into a little bit of trouble up here and at least have some type of pullback. But I think that's for another discussion. So, and what, there was news, I saw news a little bit ago, what was that news? Samsung is breaking into the cryptocurrency payments business. They're using CopPay, and important step. toward the eventuality of cryptocurrency becoming a currency accepted everywhere around the world. And it could trigger more cooperation from the retail industry in accepting cryptocurrency payments. So a little bit of news. I just saw that like 15 minutes ago, I think. So news like that doesn't hurt. And what we got down here for some news. I don't think much else I saw worthy today of talking about. AMD says second quarter drop in GPU sales to crypto miners. So it's called lower, I presume, then? I haven't seen where it's trading at right now. I'd be a buyer of 14. So unless anybody else has got any big info they want to go over, I want to at least come on here for a minute. All right, Johnny Cool. So let's see if that low at 80.40 will hold. And I wouldn't be bothered by even a little lower print below that, but I'd rather see a little more strength before that. And let's try to call this still a fourth wave with new highs coming. And then let's hope that maybe Litecoin, Neo, and some of these can hold in here and turn them up higher. AMD after hours up to 17. I'd still wait to buy a pullback then. You're welcome, Caroli. So as I said, that's all I got. And as usual, if I do not go home, which the wife's not very happy with me, I think for now I'd stick with Bitcoin. Can you talk about PCG? How do you trade for everyone, and what kind of trades are you looking for? What's up, Dewey? I mean, I trade for everyone through Coinigy. So basically, go through client lists and make trades. I was trading a lot in the last run up. I have been, as everybody knows, I did get caught. I mean, I've always tried to be 70% long at all times because I was so bullish longer term. I think now moving forward, you can't just be setting on some of the big names and watching. I mean, some of these are going to run into troubles, etc. So we're just trying to be in the right 8 to 10 names maybe. And then if we've had success, I probably am trying to take a little bit more risk and do more of the, maybe the ZRXs, XLM, ADA, maybe some things Nick and I are talking about. But I've tried to stay more Bitcoin. I've done quite a bit of Ethereum still. Litecoin still, a little bit of Neo, not much XRP, not much OMG, etc. So with the software basically working with just a few issues, I mean, I'm going to be looking on the 30% of portfolio still to try to trade. But I do think we're starting I still think we're headed to new highs. So I think you got to time your trades carefully or you're just going to get left behind. So now, I think sell pretty good rallies and try to buy them back cheaper. But so I'm still going to trade some, but I want to be in the right coins for what I think is a home run trade coming. If that answers enough questions. If not, tbutterfield@wyckoffsmi.com. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks to the 80 for watching. Hit the like if you would like. And if I'm here tomorrow, we get any action, I will be back on here sometime. So have a good evening.